It says that you will reap a good harvest if you do good to all people. I can't think of a nicer person in the world than my mother, except for maybe my aunt. There isn't a person that you're going to come across who wouldn't do anything for you if she could to make sure you had a better day, a better time, a better season, a better life. Even if it meant taking from her to give to you, she would do it to make sure you felt better. And here's the thing about family. You know it from your own families. You can talk bad about your family, but nobody else can talk bad about your family. And that's what I love about my aunt. I'm sure there were some times where I was doing what I was doing, where she wanted to say something crazy to me. And I'm sure even now when people say I preach, it's always something that follows it up. Somebody, one of the 86 people that grabbed the mic to say something nice about my aunt, said that people always talk about what you used to do. Yeah. Anytime you start wanting to do something positive for God, people will talk about what you used to do. I remember when I seen you act. I remember when you used to be there. But if you seen me there, don't that mean you was there? You was there. And that's why I love this text, because in verse 7 it says, don't be deceived, God cannot be mocked. Sometimes people will try to come by acting like what they have for you is love, when really in all actuality, all they're being is nosy. That's what you got to watch what you say. You can't tell everybody mind your business when you put all of your business on Facebook. You got to watch what you say sometimes, because the things that you say become the ammunition that people use later on when they want to get at you. People will look you in your face, smile at you, and go home and talk about you later. I believe the OJ said it like this: they smile in your face all the time, want to take your place, the backstabbers. But that's why I love my aunt, because she was always cooler than the other side of the pillow. And when I came all the way from Baltimore, Maryland, to remind somebody is you got to be more like Annie Grace Carlisle. You can't worry about what your haters say. You can't worry about what naysayers say. You can't worry about what other people say. You've got to do what it is that God told you to do, because that's what He purposed for you to do. You can't stop loving somebody else because they mad at how God blesses you. You just keep on loving them and keep on smiling back at them, even though you know they talking about you like crazy. You got to keep on doing what you're doing. Matter of fact, when I find out people don't like me, I actually pray for them harder. I pray that God blesses them with whatever it is that they need so they can keep me off their mind. I'm getting ready to take my seat, but before I do, for the next 2 minutes, I've got to tell y'all the story about the planter and the seed. All right. See, the seed had finally grown into a flower. And the seed made up its mind, I'm going to say what it is that I've always wanted to say to the planter now that I have become a flower. The seed looked at the planter and said, you threw me in the dirt and you buried me. You put heat on me that almost burned me. Then it rained in my life like it never rained before. Then I had to push through the ground just so I could see the light. The planter took a deep breath, looked at the seed, and said, I didn't bury you, I hid you. So when your enemies came to devour you, they couldn't find you. Said, I didn't put heat on you because I was trying to burn you. I put heat on you because I was helping you grow. Ask Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego what I can do in the fire. The planter said to the seed, then when the storms kept raging, when the winds wouldn't cease in your life, it wasn't because I was trying to let it rain on you. I just wanted you to know that even in the midst of a storm, as long as your soul stays anchored in me, you'll be all right. But then the seed said back to the planter, but planter, I told you I had to fight my way through the dirt. I had to hustle as hard as I could just so I could make it out and be able to see the light. And the planter said to the seed, you had to fight through the ground so you could learn that no weapon that was formed against you shall be able to prosper. And all I'm trying to tell somebody is there'll be some days in your life where you'll feel like the seed. You'll want to give up. You'll want to quit. You'll want to throw in the towel. But the planter will say say to you, blessed be my name. Whose name? The name of the Lord. And you've got to know at that point that it wasn't any of your might. It wasn't anything that you did. It wasn't anything that you done that got you to where you are. Because if it had not been for the Lord on my side, where, oh, where would I be? So I need y'all to stand up with me and thank God that on May 26, 1943, the planter planted a seed named Annie Grace Carlisle. The planter planted a seed, and all she had to do was look up, lift up her voice and say, shine on me. Now that's Annie Grace's testimony, but I just need about 25 of you blessed saints out there to lift your own voice and just say, shine on me. The only way I'll grow is if you shine on me. The only way I'll reap my harvest is if you shine on me. I've been underground too long. I need you to shine on me. And Grace Carlisle has inspired me, and now I need it to shine on me. I need you to lift your voice just one more time and say, shine on me.
For not saying no and coming to speak on my behalf. Like he said, he don't do this, but because of who asked him, he is here. And I thank him for all of those relatives that I have to go from one state to the other in order to see them. Most of them are here, and that is a blessing to have South Carolina, Nevada, Baltimore, and elsewhere present in one place where I don't have to drive to each state to see them. And it is a blessing to have all of them here at one time and in one place. And I thank you all for coming. For those who have made comments right here, and for those who have told me along the way that when they knew that it was my birthday, I did not realize how much I meant to you. I really didn't. I do what I do because I want to. It's just in me. From a little girl, I've always been there to help whenever someone needed help. No money. I would babysit all day long. Not a penny. I didn't ask for anything. Something that I did. And the mothers appreciated me so much. And so years later, they started paying me. I never asked. But God has really, really blessed me. When our father passed when I was 12, God made a way. We lived in Baltimore, Maryland, where they had those white marble steps. And I would get a bucket of water, some Ajax and a scrub brush, and ring bells, and scrub steps. They would give me $1.75. That's a lot of money back there in the 50s. Just for scrubbing steps. God made a way for us. All right. During all of the time of my growing up, it was just my sister, my mother, and myself, the three of us. But we never wanted for anything. When my father passed, we had uncles, we had cousins, we had pastors, who mentored to us and saw that we had everything that little girls needed, and even paid my sister's way to go to college. God is so good to us. There have been lots of times, as the song had been sung, there have been some good days. But the good days and the bad days you just don't remember those good days. And this is one of my good days. Where all of you who not only say that you love me, but you have shown that you love me. Amen. And I really, truly appreciate it. And Miss Lee is back there. That's me. We have been knowing each other over 30-something years. We work together, and we still, once a month, we go out to eat together. Some of these people I've been knowing 30, 40 years. And we are yet friends. And I still love you as I did then. There's no change, no difference. I still love you. And as far as the Lord would allow me, you can still always depend on me. If I can do it, it'll get done. With the Lord's help, when you ask me to do something for you, I'm going to pray that the Lord give me the strength to see that it gets done. I want to be, as Jesus said,